welcome. In this episode, I want to talk about prosperity, personalities, and how you, as someone who is in sales, who represents a brand, who is in service to clients, that can be a coach or someone who sells products or services, how you can directly speak to your clients' inner desires, hopes, and dreams. And this is not about the know, like, and trust factor. In fact, I find that is a more pedestrian, perhaps, approach to selling, because it's all about you, the seller. But instead, you want to speak directly to the hopes, dreams, and desires of your clients, and how your product or service can fulfill and satisfy these hidden desires and dreams. But how do you know them? After all, you know little about your client ahead of time. This is where I have a cheat sheet where you can ask a couple of questions and you can determine what persona or personality your client is and what hidden dreams and desires that client's persona represents. And then speak directly to them, and let's dive right in to how these different personas shape up and how you can lead with their desires. Today I'm sharing my proven system of the 8 brand personas or client personas. And this is a system used by Amazon, NASA, Tesla, and Microsoft, amongst many others. But so far that's been only accessible to top-notch executives at these Fortune 500 companies. If you want to dive deeper, you can even get the playbook with the exact phrases to use for each of the 8 client types, to speak directly to their core desires. You know, funnily enough, we always hear clients look for the know, like, and trust factor. But really, that's all about you. What they really want is that you tap into their hopes, desires, and dreams. But you cannot do that by just having them trust you. That's one side of the equation, and quite frankly, the less important side. So today we are diving into the side of tapping into your clients' secret dreams, hopes, and desires. Sometimes they aren't even aware of it themselves. But I show you how to identify those. See why this matters. So many times we speak to clients in a one-fits-all messaging, and it doesn't resonate. They ghost you and never respond. And the more you try, the more you feel frustrated. Let's change this once and for all. Tapping into personality types, your clients' personality types, you tailor-make your communication to their deep-seated desires and make you personal and relevant. An unfair advantage? No, because after all, you are serving your clients' desires, and someone is, why not put you on top of the game? Here are the 8 brand personas or client personas. The accumulator investor. They love numbers, data, potential wealth, and they look for the long game of how to increase their wealth and prosperity. The ruler empire builder, they want status and prestige. Talk about prestige, power, and exclusivity. That romantic comfort seeker. They look for beauty and comfort, ease, easy maintenance, but something that nurtures their senses. They seek warmth and security, emphasize cozy spaces, places to relax, restore, and be vibrantly alive in the moment, where they can regenerate and renew the body, mind, and spirit. The nurturer mentor. The nurturer mentor values community and growth potential, where they feel there is growth potential for not just their wallet as with the accumulator investor, but growth potential for their interior growth and that of their loved ones. The connector, who is sometimes confused with a social butterfly, but not always. Connectors can also connect deeply on a one-on-one level, such as therapists. Either way, they are networkers, whether they cast a wide net or they connect deeply in one-on-one relationships. But for the connector, the entertaining is not to indulge the senses so much as create connection with their own family members, the community, and even in the professional network. Highlight all of these aspects of the celebrity icon. And this doesn't have to be a Hollywood celebrity. It can be your local celebrity, your politician, or an influencer, someone who enjoys the limelight and who can become a model for others. The celebrity icon, they desire fame, uniqueness, and luxury, and admiration. See, the connector isn't so much into admiration, they just want to connect and network. The celebrity likes to lead as a model, as an admired forerunner for the rest of the community. The celebrity likes to represent, likes to entertain in style, where they are the queen bee of the event. The maverick or free spirit. The maverick loves freedom and unconventional paths. They do not like to do that which everyone else does. Conformity is not their game. So show them open spaces where there is a sense of freedom and openness to dream and to be outside the confines of restriction and limitations. And even show them surroundings that are truly unique and stand out and offer freedom and the ability to be and to live differently. The alchemist and transformer. The alchemist tends to create gold out of dirt like the medieval alchemists, and they do live in a certain fantasy in the magic world, but they are able to create fantasy in reality. They love transformations, the ordinary into the extraordinary. Draw them to the potential for transformation and creativity. Show them the potential to make something uniquely their own, to transform it into their fantasy. When you meet a client, observe what matters to them, what language they use. Are they asking about income potential or the dream home? If they're asking about income potential, it's likely an accumulator. If they try and build a legacy for growth for future generations, you're speaking to a nurturer, most likely. Tailor your pitch. Don't say the house has 3 beds and 2 baths. For instance, if you identify them as a connector, say, imagine the amazing dinner parties you can host in this space. It's ideal for connecting and socializing. And by the way, in the playbook, I give you done for you phrases for each of the different personas, client personas, done for you phrases you can instantly use without having to think about it, and plug them into your pitch and your conversations with your clients, and watch them connect deeply with you and think and know you resonate with who they are and with what they want. Create Instagram and social media content that speaks directly to these different client types. Post videos and captions highlighting the different personas. Post reels and content highlighting the different personas. Below you find the free cheat sheet and if you want to dive deeper and for more content, done for you phrases for each of the 8 client types, you can get for limited time the playbook, and I'm making for the listeners of the video available for $17. So you can get started right away, a no-brainer to get you on your way to speak your client's hidden love language. A love language that's not like what we all know, touch, see, hear, acts of service. No, a love language people aren't hardly aware of unless you work for Disney and some of those great big Fortune 500 companies that know exactly how to speak to you in an individualized, personalized way, straight to your heart. In the age of AI, clients, especially luxury clients, crave more than ever to be seen as individuals, to address personally, to see their uniqueness and not just robot-like one-fits-all sameness. I'm giving you the secret tool to a shortcut to their inner heart's desire that they may not even be aware of, but that are the results of deep psychological insights that have worked for Hollywood and for many of the great companies that cater to your needs, your desires. Remember, selling is service. Click the link below to grab your free cheat sheet and get the playbook that you can use instantly. If you find this valuable, please like, comment and subscribe to our channel and follow along for more weekly tips on client communication that gives you the cutting edge. Follow also on Instagram for reels that give you cutting edge insights.